All right, coming down the home stretch, week 4 of this 5-part series on the inner saboteurs. Those, personality traits we have that we might not even be realized inside of us that negatively affects our confidence or trips us up in life from, just making things more difficult for us. So, talked about perfectionism. We talked about being a lone wolf. Last week we talked about being natural genius. When things get difficult in life and if we're not used to being challenged, if things have always come easy to us and we now stumble and trip, it can really lead us to like, who am I? What's going on with me? What's wrong with me? When really it just might be the season of life you're in, might just be too much to handle, and that's okay. So today we're talking about the expert. Now, the expert is someone, who has these great visions, great things that they say they want to accomplish. But again, might be stepping on some toes here. They don't actually do the thing they talk about. And it's even more insidious than that. It is they're continually learning about whatever thing they want to do. Launching a podcast, launching a business, launching a side hustle, new relationship. They're continually learning and 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 learning, but they don't actually do it. I'm not advocating, let me be very clear. I'm not advocating that you just jump in feet first with having no clue what you're doing. Education and self-improvement is paramount, but you know that. Otherwise, you wouldn't be watching this video and reading this newsletter or absorbing this content on social media about elite level self-confidence, right? So we need to be able to learn and continually learn, but we need to also recognize when maybe we're using excessive learning and signing up for courses and seminars as just another way to hide from doing the thing that we say we want to do. We keep learning in order to hide so we don't actually have to do the big, exciting slash scary thing that we continually talk about wanting to do. All right. So if that steps on your toes and you're wondering if that's you, maybe it is. So what are we going to do about that? Number one, the first thing we always got to do is recognize when we're hitting a stumbling block. And if this is your stumbling block, cool. Again, if you want to reach through the computer screen and choke me, good. Lean into that intense feeling because the world needs to hear whatever it is that you've been researching. If you've researched it that much, you might say, I don't know enough. I'm not the expert. Well, guess what? I can guarantee if you've been going to all these seminars, reading these books, you know way more about this than way more of the people out there. And you definitely know way more about it than the people who need to hear your message. And that can be scary. There can be a lot of things in there, but my buddy Mike, who I used to play in a band with, his big thing was when we were working on something new, he would just say, "Let it fly, man. Just let it fly." Just start putting things out there. It can be baby steps. It can, just be sending a message to someone. It could be, doing a social media post, but just start doing something. The world needs to hear what you have been working on. And if you've been working on it that much, and if you feel angry because I just called you out that you're just hiding behind studying and learning more instead of doing stuff, good. That means that you have passion about that. So I really encourage you to get out there. If this is something that like really resonated with you and you're just totally either bound up in fear or you just don't know what to do next, that's why I offer free consults with people. Just click the link below and you'll be able to schedule a free 30-minute consult with me. There's no strings attached. You actually get to talk to me. There's no there's no goofy stuff that goes on. It is truly, I'm just trying to connect with people and meet them where they're at because I remember how that felt. I knew I wanted to be a photographer. I knew I had things I wanted to do, but I didn't know what to do next. So I'm trying to be that resource for people, that I didn't have. As Rory Vaden says, you're best served to serve the person you used to be. You are best suited to serve the person that you used to be. So, hope you take me up on that free call if this is something you've been wrestling with. If you want to yell at me because I stepped on your toes, cool. I can take it. I'm a big boy. Um, but just click that link or just go to my website, johnmalora.com. There's tons of buttons on there. It says schedule a free consult. Till then, onward and upward.